And we're going live. I sent a note to Ms. Duran about availability because I didn't get a message from Ms. Rice, but if you think of it, help me remember to ask her after the end for her schedule. Here comes everyone. So I'm going to repeat myself because everyone will connect on the audio at slightly different rates. And just please stay muted till it's your turn because otherwise there's too much feedback and no one can hear anyone at that point. But you'll have an opportunity to unmute when it is your turn. I do want to welcome everyone to the Temple Municipal Court. And while we're in the convenience of probably our living rooms or in some places, the workspace, and I'm okay with that. But when it's your turn, just listen. Be sure you're paying attention because we don't want to wind up skipping you when it's your turn. I do want to welcome everyone to the Temple Municipal Court. Naomi Larati, it looks like you're driving. I need you to not drive. I'm going to go ahead and ask you to pull over safely and call back in. I can't have you driving on screen. It's illegal. Okay, and so hopefully she'll call back in. I have a number of people too whom I cannot identify. A couple I just want to verify and make sure I have the right person identified. I'm going to start. Brian, you're not on screen. I'd like y'all to all get on screen. If you were in court, you wouldn't be able to be somewhere hidden. Brian, if you could unmute, I'm asking you to unmute, and I just want to confirm that you are Brian Mcneil.
Yes, I am.
Great, thank you. I just want to make sure I have the right file. And I'm just going to change the name for just this meeting. Don't worry, it won't change it permanently if you don't want it that way. And then I wanted to see if I can, thank you, Mr. Mcneil. I'm going to mute you till it's your turn, but I really appreciate you getting that cleared up with me. A gentleman named Alcatel 3V, I'm asking you to unmute, just give me your full name, please. I think you've got maybe a goatee, it's like a blue shirt. Alcatel 3V, I'm asking you to unmute. You might be driving too. I can't tell. Okay, good. But he's not hearing me. Alcatel 3B. Yeah, just wiped your face. Can you unmute and give me your name? There you go.
My name?
Yes.
Oh, Ellery Boykins.
Mr. Boykins?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you. I'm going to keep you muted again, but I just didn't know who you were. Young lady named Lola, can you unmute and just give me your full name?
Alondra Salazar.
Alondra Salazar?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. And let's see, I had someone named Jessica's Galaxy. Is that Jessica Hernandez? Did I identify you properly? You're nodding. Okay, great. I'll just put a name on there so that I don't. The problem is I can lose track of people. And then I've actually noted when people logged in, that's part of what was happening as I was watching. And I just want to keep people in line. It's only fair. A Zoom user not on screen, I'm asking you to get on screen and I'm asking you to unmute and just tell me your name.
Your Honor.
Ms. Mason, I have you, no problem.
Okay, thank you.
Are you also the Zoom user? Because I have someone named Zoom user.
Okay, I wasn't sure because I can't see myself, and when I first logged on, I couldn't hear you, so I want to just verify. Okay.
I just sent you a video request, if that helps. I don't know. Sometimes, like I know for me, the very first time I did this, my My camera was a pop-up camera and I needed to pop it up. So
Okay.
you might look for that. I'm going to let you work on that. Zoom user, gentleman in a yellow t-shirt, scratching your noggin right now. Can you give me your name?
Carlton Mack.
Sorry?
Carlton Mack.
Carlton Mack. Thank you, Mr. Mack. Okay, let's see. Then I have a few phone callers. Let's see. I got that one. I got that one. I had like 12 people not identified, which is, Miss York, I've got you down. No problem. Your name's definitely on screen. If you can see your name on the screen and it's not your name, you probably want to let me know what your name is. But if it's you, just don't worry. I've already counted you in. Okay, so I've got 3 phone callers. Well, I had 3. 254 area code, and then the last number, 3 or 4 numbers would be 638. Can you unmute and tell me who you are? Okay, we'll come back. But if you're on the phone, unmute yourself and tell me who you are. 254835 is the last bit. Hello? Telephone caller? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, yes.
Can
What's
you-
your name?
Can you hear? My name is Vernon Johnson.
Thank you, Mr. Johnson. There you go. Gotcha. Thanks. And I'll be back with you shortly.
All right.
Listen carefully for your name because I will call your name soon, okay? I had another phone caller that has not yet unmuted. Area code 254 ending in 835, or that might be the last 3 or within the last 4. It does it differently each time. I have not actually found a pattern after this long. Okay, and then I had newcomers, folks coming in, kind of running a little behind, or maybe they got disconnected. Let's see, let me just go back through the list. I think I've got most people identified. There's an iPhone user, just called iPhone, glasses, young lady. Just unmute if you would. I can't hear you till you unmute. Yes, ma'am.
Tammy Sargent.
Thank you, Miss Sargent. Got you down now. Let's see. I'm looking, let me check. Amy Reed, are you present? Thought I saw you a minute ago and then I'm not. Amy Reed. Okay, I don't see Amy. And Kanan Jones, are you here? And also Paul Hernandez, are you here? No, Jessica Hernandez is on. Stephanie White, are you here? Larry Rogers, are you here? Pablo Hernandez, are you Paul Hernandez? No. Hello, Mr. Hernandez? Oh, he's not fully connected. So maybe. Because I don't have Pablo on my docket. Ms. Young?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, I see you're here in 2 ways. Allison,
I tried to use my computer, but I can't. I'll turn my computer off because I didn't have the audio on it.
Whatever works best, as long as both audios aren't on at the same time, it'll be okay.
Okay.
But I think you're straining your bandwidth if you try to use both at the same time. Jamar Reed, are you here?
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
There you go. Gotcha. It's hard when folks don't identify themselves. Kimberly Martinez, are you here?
Yes, we are here.
Where are you? There you are. You're identified as Rosie on the screen. Okay, let me.
Yeah. So I'm on my phone.
It's fine. I just need to know what, if I pull a file for Rosie, which I couldn't do, then it's not going to be very effective. So I'm just trying to, I'm trying to make the morning go faster for people.
That's okay. Thank you.
Yeah, that's all I'm trying to do. I'm not doubting people. I just, it becomes difficult to keep track of people if I've got 4 people named iPhone, let's see. It just gets a little challenging. Mr. Larati, did you make it back online? Not yet. I thought I saw her coming in. iPhone user, I'm looking at a ceiling. I've asked you to unmute. You've got maybe your top of the head. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Hi,
ma'am.
what's your name?
Ian Lar.
What is it?
Ian Lar.
Ian Laura?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Right. And I still have phone callers I didn't identify, but I think we're just gonna keep moving. Just real quickly, Brandon Jenkins. Okay, so I am Judge Person, and I do welcome everybody to court this morning. When it's your turn, I'll actually ask you to unmute, and I'll give you an opportunity to ask questions. I do want to get everyone on the same page first. Mr. Hernandez, were you able to? No, he's still not connected to audio. Looks like he's still working with it. So I do want to just give some basic information. When you're given a ticket or issued a citation, those are all methods that we have for accusing someone. That is what a ticket is. And when you are given a ticket or issued a citation, those are all methods that we have for accusing someone. That's what a ticket is. When you give a plea, you give an answer or a response to that accusation. So your ticket is a method that the law enforcement officer uses, or if you received a summons in the mail, that's a method for letting you know you've been accused of something. And giving a plea is giving an answer or a response to that accusation. And there are 3 options for pleading. And I want to talk to you about those. But I real quickly, let's see. No, that's good. Okay, so guilty, not guilty, and no contest. Now, guilty means I did this, okay? No contest means I'm not saying I did it. I'm not saying I didn't do it. I just want to move forward with sentencing without admitting or denying it. Not contesting, no contest. And not guilty means I'm contesting this charge. I want the state to prove the case against me. When you plead not guilty, you are ultimately requesting a trial, because that's where the state proves that case against you or doesn't prove that case against you, one way or the other. So if you've pled not guilty, we're moving you towards a trial process. That docket is meeting today along with the general docket, and everyone will get seen. We're going to move as quickly as we can, but we want to give due regard for each person's case. Okay. So if you've pled guilty or no contest, I'm working with you on sentencing. If you change your plea to guilty or no contest, I'm working with you on sentencing. The prosecutor is Amanda Rice. Ms. Rice, could you wave? Thank you. Ms. Rice will meet with you if you are on the pretrial docket. She is the attorney representing the state of Texas in the cases on trial. So just be aware who's who, okay? Now, even if you plead guilty or no contest, if we haven't done sentencing yet, there's still going to be 4 ways that you could potentially gain a dismissal. And I just want to review what those are with you. and then just let you know, sort of how those work. So I'll tell you what they are first, and then I'll review them. They are compliance dismissals, driver safety course options, deferred dispositions, and teen court. Compliance dismissals are things that can be brought up to date and dismissed. If you have, and just came online, Revel 4, sir, could you tell me your name, please? Just unmute and give me your name. I think you're Mr. Hernandez. What is your first name? Yes. Hi, what's your name, please?
Paul Hernandez.
Thank you, Mr. Hernandez. Earlier, we weren't getting fully connected. Your audio wasn't connected, and I kept trying to get your attention. So I'm glad we were able to get connected. And
Yes, ma'am.
I've counted you in. I already counted you in. I thought it was you, but I wanted to make sure, and I think we're good to go. We're good to go now.
Yes, ma'am. I
Okay,
could hear
good.
you.
Okay, great. So for everyone, just so you know, there's a lot of people online, and the more people we have, sometimes if your connection already isn't good in the setting where you are, it can get challenged. And if you wind up getting disconnected, you dial back in. Okay, that's the solution. Sometimes you get a better connection the next time. So I know that's happening, and I'll let people back in as we proceed. So again, back to what I was saying, compliance dismissals are things that can be brought up to date and dismissed. There's about 12 of those in the traffic code. If you've got something like that, I'll talk to you about it. I'll start talking to you about it. You're welcome to ask me about it. I'm not planning to wait for you to ask. I'll be looking to do that with you anyway. So you or I can bring that up, okay? But expect that I will. And you can, if you think that I didn't and what you thought I should have, or you have questions about it, then you can ask. The second option for dismissal, excuse me, my voice is a little challenged this morning, is if you have a moving violation. If you have a moving violation, you can have it dismissed through a driver safety course option if you qualify to be in the program and you elect to do it and successfully complete it. Okay, so let me unpack what I just said. So qualifying means some real specific details, and I'll walk you through those details. Minimally, you need to be on time to court, cannot do it with a CDL holder, has to have a Texas license or be active military or dependent, and then not have gone in the previous 12 months for purposes of getting a ticket dismissed. If you're in that category, then the next thing is that you pay court costs, your fines go on hold, and you have 90 days to submit a course approved for ticket dismissal and the proper driving record, your 3A certified record. Now, if you do all that, your ticket is dismissed and you save some money because your fine gets waived. Let me unpack that a little further. Every ticket, and this is important for everyone to know, even if it's not a driving offense, everything that's filed in a Class C court, everything that gets filed in a Class C court has a court cost and a fine, okay? Now, in the driver's safety course option, you pay the court cost, the fine goes on hold, and if you turn in your course and your driving record on time, you get your ticket dismissed and your fine amount gets waived. It is going to be less expensive to fully complete that process and pay for your class and your record and your court costs than it is to pay the whole ticket. The reason for that is that what we know a couple of things from just studying it over the course of about 3 decades. One is that when we get a ticket, we move into a higher bracket of risk for injury, for accident on the roadways. If you weren't already in an accident, you've moved to a top bracket. If you were in an accident, you also move into a top bracket. And if you're 25 and under, guess what? You're the #1 group in the whole nation, is Texas drivers 25 and under. So we want to target those folks and have them take a course, because guess what else we learned when we studied it? What we learned is that folks who take a course drive a little bit better for about 12 months. So it's really designed, it's on purpose, okay? It's just grabbing the highly targeted group. Now, no one's gonna make you do it. If you don't wanna do that, if you wanna take the hit, you can. If you don't wanna save money, you don't have to. But if you're eligible and you're willing to do it and you get it done, You benefit, everyone out there benefits, and you save some money. Okay, so to qualify, that's a lot of detail. I don't expect everyone to remember all of that. I will walk you through it. If it looks like you could be qualified, I'll start trying to see if you want to do that. Okay, so that's the driver safety course option. And you can ask me questions when it's your turn if you have questions about that. The third option, listen carefully, is called a deferred disposition. That is where we delay finding a person guilty. We put an order in place. They plead guilty or no contest. They request a deferred disposition. We put an order in place that tells them what they need to do to gain a dismissal. And if they do the things that are written down in their order, it will be written down for you. Then you get a dismissal. The trick with that one is you must request it at the time that your plea is accepted by the judge. So, guilty or no contest, I'd like a deferred. That's how you ask. It's real simple. You don't have to invoke special language except to say, I'd like a deferred. If you don't remember that, remember the word deferred and talk to me about it when it's your turn, if that's what you're trying to do, because I am supposed to assume that if you didn't ask, you didn't want to do that. So again, a deferred is a delay. A disposition is to make final. We put your case on hold, delay. I don't make it final. I don't find you guilty until the end. And then I look and see, did the person meet the requirements? If they did, I sign a dismissal. If they didn't, they're subject to being found guilty. Okay. So you got to stay in touch with us too. So remember, if nothing else, deferred, I've got to ask about it. Okay. All right. Let me know if you didn't get that. And then finally, if you are in high school or middle school, moving toward a secondary diploma, whether informally, such as in regular enrollment in an accredited school, or if you're homeschooled, you even can qualify. I'll be trying to talk to you about teen court. And when it's your turn, I'll be looking to do that with you. And that's a lot like a deferred disposition in that there are things for you to do to gain a dismissal. Unlike a deferred disposition, I'm not looking to collect fines and costs. A quick word about fines and costs, and that is that if you have lost your job or you have low income, if you filled out your payment application, I like to look at that in sentencing. And I like to look at it, if you're not pleading not guilty, in the setting of a bond. So there's a reason we would have asked you to fill that out. If you didn't, we probably won't be able to move forward today without me getting that information, because unless you post a cash bond, even if you're not guilty, posting a cash bond, otherwise I require it because I need the information to make an intelligent decision on each person's case. And that is an under oath statement. So if you filled it out and things change, you need to let us know. Okay, that's really the 101 of the court. I'm going to go ahead and open up the pretrial room. I have almost everyone on that docket, Ms. Rice, so you'll want to be very aware of your time today, but I know I'm not trying to rush you either, but I'll want to just let you know, you out of 12 people, you have 10, and maybe another one just popped in. So just be aware that that's pending. And then what I will tell you is I'm sending your invitation, and your next person, the first person on the pretrial docket this morning was Allison Young. So Ms. Young, are you on screen? I think so. You're going to receive, yes, you're going to receive an invitation. And the main thing for those on the pretrial docket is once you're done talking with Ms. Rice, you'll move back to this meeting because I have some things to visit with you about before you go today. If anyone needs an excuse for work or school, we can give you excuses for that. So, just address that with me when it's your turn. And Ms. Young, here comes your invitation. Actually, it's going to take you right over. I've changed that. Okay. And then I'm moving first forward with Brandon Jenkins. And Mr. Jenkins, are you still here in the meeting? Okay. I think he got on and got off. No, I'm sorry. I misidentified. Excuse me. Let me figure this out. Autumn Hammond. And I have my volume all the way up, but I can barely hear you. Can you check and see if you might be able to turn yourself up a little bit?
Can you hear me better if I talk a little louder?
Yes, I can. That's much better. Thank you.
Okay, I'm really sick. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I'm glad you get to be home and not sitting in the courtroom.
Yeah.
That's people get pretty miserable sitting in the courtroom. I did receive your request. There were 2 charges, and one of them, I believe, still has a balance. It's an older case. It's a failure to control speed. Is that on time? I have a question out to the clerk, and then I have if you'll check on that. Got it. Thank you so much. And so I did get your note on the failure to control speed charge, as well as on the registration charge. And I did review your income information that you submitted, and I am able to approve community service for that. Okay. So what I want to let you know is that how it kind of works. And I see you're in Temple. The easiest way for us to do this, but you're not well, so we may need to reconfigure this a little bit, is to have you come pick everything up here. There's a packet. And what's in that packet, for those who might be doing community service, is there is a timesheet to keep track of your hours, a list of places where you can do the work, and written directions for what I do and don't allow. Okay. You're going to want to read the whole thing before you get started. In your case, it turns into 12 hours. And that's not going to be due until April 19th. That's 60 days. Now, if you get to 60 days, or you see that in 60 days you're not going to be done, people go, what do I do? And they panic. So don't panic. Let me tell everybody this. If you have a deadline of any kind, whether it's for a class, a record, a payment, an appearance, and you see that you can't do it, you need to contact the court before you default and check in with us and see about getting a reschedule. Sometimes the clerk can just reschedule you. Sometimes they need me to approve an extension or a reset. But we have a method for addressing that. I'm going to guarantee you that after 20 years, I don't know that you can throw a problem at me that I haven't seen yet. So don't panic, reach out, okay? Just if you don't remember anything else, because people sign up, for example, for a payment plan and they lose their position, or it changes, or an illness happens in their family and now they have something they weren't anticipating. And they either cannot get to work because they need to take care of someone. It's not them, but maybe someone else. Their hours got limited at work because of that illness or for some other reason. There's a way to address those things, okay? If we know. Now, I can't order something if I don't know what's going on, okay? So reach out. A clerk can either solve it with you at the counter or through the court online email, or they can reach out to me, have you draft me just a quick note to tell me what's going on. And that helps me a lot to make a better decision. The most frustrating thing I get is people who say, I really need your help. And under the why, they don't put anything. And it's not that I can't help them. It's not that I'm not willing. It's that I don't really know what they need and I don't know how to address it. So let me know. It's real simple, really. So Ms. Hammond, on your case, the email that we used to set up this hearing today, are you able to print anything out there and like sign it and either photograph it over with an email or scan it back to us?
I don't have a printer to be able to print anything.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. Do you think you might be contagious?
I just have strep.
Oh, that's a very contagious thing.
Yeah,
it's not as alarming as COVID, but it's still not something that you want to travel.
If anything, I could send my mom up there.
Yeah, I don't mind her picking something up for you, but she can't sign for you. Okay. So what I'm going to do is email everything to you, and there'll be one page for you to sign. And maybe what we could do is get that signature back from you before your due date, which is going to be April 19th. Just bring it in when you bring your hours. Okay. on that, that will work. I'm just going to note that we're emailing the order to you and the packet, okay? And the due date will be at the top of your hour sheet, of your time sheet. And it's pretty self-explanatory. You log in, you log out. The big thing that I keep seeing a problem with it, even though it's in writing on my written directions, I cannot take it from a profit organization. If the organization you go to is not a nonprofit, if it's a profit organization, it must be a nonprofit under the laws of the state of Texas, or I can't accept it. Okay? Or under federal law. It can be either. If it's not either of those things, then it's a no-go. Now, I have a list of places in the community that are friendly to it. So we try to help you with that. But I have folks from all over the world get tickets in Temple, and I can't list all the nonprofits in the world. So I just have the starter list. I call it the starter list. If you leave the starter list, make sure, because if not, you're spending time, but you're not getting any credit. And this is how you pay for your court costs and fines if I, as the judge, determine that you cannot afford to pay it. And so that's what's happened. Okay, Ms. Hammond? So your due date is April 19th. If you need more time, definitely apply for an extension. Bring me what you've got, hand it in at the clerks. They'll give you a copy, and that'll tell me how much more time I might need to give you to get it done. If you get it all done and we can verify it by your due date, you're done by your due date. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Thank you. You're good to go. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. My next person is Bethany Mcadoo. Ms. Mcadoo, are you still in the meeting?
Yes, ma'am.
There you are. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Thank you for asking. I'm fine. Just pulling your case up.
Okay.
Okay. So this is a theft under $100 charge. You are 18. Are you still in high school?
No, ma'am.
Okay. You're eligible for what we call a first offender program. We have a program that is in connection with the legal department. And what that program says is that if you stay on time, which you are currently, and you have a single theft charge, and we have not seen you for a theft charge before, I can give you a 60-day extension. Is it 60 or 30? A 60-day extension, and give you course information for taking a theft intervention course. If you get the course completed and certificate turned in by your due date, which would be April 19th, course is going to run you, those range from about $50 to $75. You pay for the course instead of your ticket. You get it done and you get it turned in. You get it done and you get it turned in on time. Then your ticket is dismissed. Are you interested in that program?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I need your signature on a reset, and the reset would be till April 19th. And same question to you. If I email you that paper, can you print it? Can you print it and sign it, email it back to me?
Yes, ma'am. I can have my sister print it out for me.
Great. And we'll email that to you, and it will include course information so that you know where you might go to do the course.
Okay.
And you're picking from a list, okay? And you don't have to wait till the 60th day. In fact, you shouldn't. If you turned that in next week, I would do that dismissal. You just have no more than 60 days, okay?
Okay.
Okay, we'll email that to you here this morning. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay. If you wind up with questions, and this is true for everyone, after you hang up sometimes, some of us get nervous and our questions flood us after we stop something. If you wind up with questions, folks, call a clerk or come by the clerk's desk. If they can't answer, they will, you write it down and they'll route it to me. Yes, ma'am. Sorry, I think maybe your baby's talking and I'm missing.
Yeah,
That's fine. That's fine. I'm just hearing what sounds like you needing to talk to me. So, okay, I think we're good.
All righty. Thank you.
All right. Look for that email. If you don't get the email by the morning, you definitely call someone.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Rice, I see you there, and remind me who you were talking to.
I was talking to Allison Young.
Great. And Ms. Young, Ms. Rice, are we heading, Ms. Rice, to resolution or are we heading to trial?
We've reached resolution, Your Honor. State's requesting to do a deferral, and Miss Young can make payment today. And I told her she got disconnected to sign back in, so she may sign back in here in a few minutes.
I hope so. But thank you for letting me know what's going on. I don't see her trying to get back in yet, but when I do, oh, there you are.
Oh, there she is.
She was fine. She never left.
Oh, my goodness, I'm sorry.
It's the big screen today. We've got a lot of folks. Ms. Young, if I email that over to you, that deferred order, can you print it, sign it, and get it back to me this morning?
I don't have, I mean, I can go somewhere and try to print it and sign
You
it.
can come to the court and we can just give you a copy.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll do that. And that way, I'm sorry, I have a really itchy nose today. My allergies really kicked off last night. So Ms. Young, what we'll say is come by the clerk's desk. When can we look for you?
I can be there within 20 minutes.
Okay, no rush. Because the clerk is working on your order and everyone else's. So, but she'll know, just come to the window and they'll run it down. And what it will look like is a 90-day deferral since you're paying it today. And I will approve it.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. And Ms. Rice, just moving you forward. Your next person is actually Caterino Reyes. Let's see.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. And so I'm going to send you into that meeting. And Ms. Rice, the way I've reconfigured the program, it just sends them right in. So Mr. Reyes, you should just bounce into that meeting. We'll see you afterwards. Okay, yeah, he froze on screen. That's the hallmark sign of it. So I'm moving forward with Jessica Hernandez. Good
Yes,
morning,
ma'am.
Morning, Ms. Hernandez. How are you this morning?
Good morning. I'm all right. Thank you.
Okay. Give me a moment. There was a little bit for me to review, and I just need to check on some things.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you still receiving food stamps?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're working at Jack in the Box?
Yes, ma'am.
They pay every 2 weeks there?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the only income for your home?
Yes, ma'am.
And the bills that you listed, you have other bills? Like, for example, you did not list any childcare, which I don't know that you need childcare. You didn't list, for example, a water bill. Do you have a water bill, or is it included?
Housing pays for my water. It's included in my rent.
Okay. And the $9.98 is what you have to pay?
It's split up in between. Housing pays a portion of it, and I paid my portion.
What's your portion?
My portion is $201. It just went down.
Okay. And did your hours go down at Jack in the Box?
January and this past month, February, have been very slow.
Okay, what is your paycheck looking like when you bring it home?
Normally, I work 80 hours every 2 weeks. It's about $960 something.
Okay, and that's been what's been happening?
No, ma'am. It has been nowhere near that. I've been maybe $200-300. I do have my pay stubs.
Has it been reduced by $200 or $300, or is it at $200?
It's at. I'm sorry.
You're not working 80 hours every 2 weeks,
No, ma'am.
unless they're
No.
paying $80. Okay,
I'm
so
barely working like a day or two. My kids have been in and out of the hospital. I've been sick with COVID myself. Kids got in trouble at school. I don't have a babysitter throughout the day, so I can be at work. I can't work the weekends.
I'm just making some notes.
Yes, ma'am.
That was going to be my next question is, does anyone watch your children when you can't be there?
Every once in a while, I can get my father, their grandfather, or my grandmother to watch them, but it's different households. Even my grandmother and them have been in and out with COVID past couple months. My dad, he works throughout the day, and he also does side jobs on the weekends. So it's kind of hard for me to catch that babysitter unless he's not working the weekend or they're not sick in the household.
What do you think you pay to get like around town for the month? Gas and stuff like that.
Well,
You
since
could-
I'm not working, because I only go to working home, on average,
Yes.
$20 might, maybe $40 might throughout the
Okay.
week, just depending.
Okay. And then do you have a car?
I do, yes, ma'am.
Do you have a car payment?
No, ma'am.
And do you have car insurance?
No, ma'am, I don't.
Okay. So I'm glad we spoke on the phone because now at this point, what I'm seeing is that I can order community service. I'm not sure how that sounds though. I'm accepting your plea on your other cases. Here's the thing. Community service is a good tool because first of all, it's for folks who can't pay. But the other thing, and which I'm determining, yeah, that is actually you. You gave me a more optimistic view on your payment application. But now I'm saying there were lots of circumstances that intervened and that's not really accurate now. So I've got it corrected. And what I can do is order that. What's helpful about community service is I don't need to collect it all at once. I can work with you on the time. So like right now it's 56 hours or 57 hours. And if I give you 60 days and you're not done, you turn in 5, you turn in 10. Then we just keep chunking forward as long as you're turning something in or letting me know why you didn't turn something in and getting an extension.
Yes, ma'am.
Then we can move. We can move forward because I'm a little concerned that you don't have time to do it. And I need to see if you can make time to do it. And if not, we need to talk a little bit further about what we need to do after that. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What do you think?
I would really like to try and do the community service within 60. Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I'm going to start with 60 days, but remember that I can give you an extension. Just drop us a note on or before that date. Bring me what you've done so far, and we'll keep chunking forward if we can do so. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. If you run into problems, drop me a line and tell me what's happening. Like right now, what you gave me, I didn't know any of what I really needed to know.
Yes,
What's
ma'am.
been happening? I know people don't like to really talk about this. The fact is, I can't make a very good decision. So just
Yes,
reach
ma'am.
out, drop me a line. We've got a form. It's a real quick, fill it out. Drop me 3 sentences.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Can you swing by to pick up your information, or is it better to email it to you, print it and sign?
I can go down there. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you're not currently sick?
No, ma'am.
What time should we look for you today?
Probably about 1 o'clock, maybe. If that,
Okay.
just so I can find a ride up there.
No problem. Noon to 1. Somewhere in there or so. That's fine.
Yes,
We'll
ma'am.
see you then, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Well,
Yes, I'm sorry. You're excused. Let's see. So Brandon Jenkins, good morning. Mr. Jenkins, are you still with us? Not seeing. was here. I'm gonna make a real quick note on the file. Oh, not, sorry, I have a 0. I have a no-show. My next person is actually Vernon Johnson. Mr. Johnson, are you here? I know you're on the phone. I'm going to see if pinging you with an unmute request will help us. Mr. Johnson?
Hello?
Good morning, Mr. Johnson.
ma'am.
How are you?
Good morning.
So the reason we scheduled this hearing is we had,
Yes, ma'am.
both I and the staff, we had an impossible time trying to verify your community service hours. And we called them repeatedly, and just, no one really got, we left messages. Let's see, a message was left on the 14th of January. A message was left on the 20th of January. I called twice and did not get an answer at all. So at this point, I can't approve these hours because I was not able to verify that they are a nonprofit and to verify your hours. I can give you an extension, and I would need some kind of letter from them that gives me a copy of their 3C designation, their paper for nonprofit, and also verifies your hours and how to reach them. So I'm willing to give you some more time to maybe verify that, or if it turns out that they weren't what you thought, you would have more time to get it done. So I can extend you to
Yep.
April 19th, but I'm not able to approve those hours yet. I'm not saying I won't. I just don't have enough to do it.
Yes, ma'am. I had to quit my job in order to get those hours in. She said that the people from the courthouse contacted her twice. This is
Yes,
how I
and
knew about that.
She
Yes,
did.
ma'am.
I talked to someone, and she
But now-
told me that was, I had the name wrong and that they weren't a nonprofit, but I did not know who she was.
Yeah, but Bernetta Watkins, it's a church.
Yeah.
It was a church. So she's going to have to call you again because she said
She's gonna need to put it in writing. I'm gonna need it in writing because first of all, I don't believe that you had to do community service at this organization and therefore had to quit your job. I take exception to that statement because I have a list of, I get community service from, unless your job is 7 days a week, 8 hours a day, which is not what you told me on your forms. I don't see that. If you wanted to go to World of Faith Ministry, that's where you chose to do it. They need to cooperate enough to fill out paperwork and to answer basic questions. And when I call and I say that I'm not calling who I think I'm calling, and I gave them the name and she said that was not who they were. So I hung up. And then she called later to see if I was who I said I was. I guess, I don't know. She talked to a clerk, but never identified herself. I need something in writing that they're a nonprofit and that you did the hours that are claimed on here. I will give you until April 19th to do that.
Yes, ma'am, because the job that I sit up there and have, man, I'm a commercial truck driver. I had to stop today because I came to the courthouse this morning. I took off work again. And I work from Monday through Sunday.
Okay. Well, then
then
maybe you need to fill out a new payment application and show me your income information. And let's see if payments are better. But I'm still willing to take these hours, but I'm not going to bend the law any more than I already have to try to get it. I mean, what my instructions say is it must be a nonprofit. We will verify the hours. And to me, that means that when I call an organization, they don't say that's not who they are. So I'm going to have to get more than somebody says they did community service at a nonprofit that won't answer the phone.
Okay, so they didn't get the forms that I turned in? Because I turned in
I
the
got
forms
the
that she
form.
initially. Yes.
Sir, I'm going to say this one more time and then I'm not going to say it again. Okay. Listen carefully. You turned in a form that I have yet to be able to verify. And it's not just saying you did the hours. We verify the hours. And we verify that you did them, and we verify that it's a nonprofit. If I can't verify that you did them and that it is a nonprofit, I cannot accept those hours, period, end of sentence. That's it. So, at this point, doing that by phone failed. I'm not going to do that anymore. If you want to submit more information for me to consider from that organization, I'm telling you, I need it on their letterhead. I need a copy of their nonprofit status, and I need them to verify the hours you turned in. If you can't get that from them for some reason, then you can redo your hours, and I'll give you until April 19th to turn it in. And if not, then let's reconsider what we do next. So I'm going to reschedule this hearing for that date. Do you understand?
Yeah. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
All right. If you need a copy of your paperwork, you can come by and get it, or you can email the court online help email and ask them to send it to you.
So I have to go to her and get her to put it on the letterhead to send it to you to verify that they're a nonprofit.
Here's what I've asked for: a verification of the hours and proof that they're a nonprofit.
Yes, ma'am. I got you, Judge.
A letter
Yes,
that
ma'am.
says you did them doesn't verify that they're a nonprofit. I need both.
I got you. I understand.
Yeah, we have a very extensive system of trying to do that, and all of it has failed with this particular provider.
Okay.
Okay. So I'll give you more time instead of a warrant, but I need either to verify these properly or I need something different.
All right.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Rice, I know that you were talking with, let me see, Mr. Reyes. Is that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And Mr. Reyes, Ms. Rice, have y'all received or been able to reach a conclusion, or are we heading to trial?
We are headed to trial.
Okay. Mr. Reyes, we have a pre-trial in-person meeting scheduled for March 23rd at 1 o'clock. And that is a pre-trial, and we will see you at that time. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry, Judge, just real quick for Mr. Reyes's case, he requested discovery. Do you know if the discovery hearing is set on that same date?
It probably is. Let me double check. Yeah, it's already scheduled for that date.
All right, great. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Reyes. Y'all are good to go for today.
Hold on. What did I say?
You're good to go unless you have further questions.
That you have time to.
Can we have it set for a different court date so I have time to look at the discovery?
No, that's the date to do the discovery.
Oh, that's the date.
10:30 or wait, because I messaged you twice. Sorry, I have someone coming in. I told them they could. Mr. Reyes, that
Yes,
is your
ma'am.
discovery date to look at it. So
Oh,
no,
gotcha,
we're
okay.
going to do it on that date. That's not a trial date. Like I said, and I'll repeat it, we have a pre-trial schedule on the 23rd at 1 o'clock for you to pick up your discovery, and we'll look at any pre-trial matters we need to do at that time.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. You're good to go. Ms. Rice, moving you forward. Brian Mcneil is your next person. Mr. Mcneil, are you here? Great. You're going to be moved to that room to talk to Ms. Rice, and then afterwards you'll come back in this room. Let's see, Ms. York, you're coming up. I've kind of seen you look a little impatient, but don't worry.
No, ma'am.
I thought you were on my docket and I was about to say you're next, but you're almost next. You're on Ms. Rice's docket. I jumped the gun.
Yes, Your Honor.
Not your fault. Definitely me jumping the gun. And sorry, and moving forward, Jamar Reed. Mr. Reed.
Yes, Your Honor.
Hi, how are you this morning?
I'm all right. Yourself?
I'm fine. Are you able to get on screen? There you are. Thank you. So I received a note from you, and what it looks like to me is that we should be looking at community service, first of all. But I did have all of your cases were in what we call a capias, which means that you had requested a deferral, a driver safety course, and a payment plan. So I can't do a deferral or a driver safety course on these because pleas were already entered a while back. And then I think we had either community service or a payment plan. And whichever it was, I wasn't able to, what did we have deferral? Did we have community service in that? Jamar Reed. So there was a court order and it wasn't completed, and now it's in a warrant status. And I'm showing there's not enough income coming in right now you have a lot of bills and dependents. And so I normally would just be letting you know that community service is what we should be looking to do. We tried community service before. I've got the file pulled now, and it didn't happen. I could reauthorize it if you will do it, but it's 98 hours. What do you want to do about your warrants?
So I could do a payment plan again?
You can. I don't know. I'm showing that you don't have income, that your home has income through a spouse, and that it's not enough to meet the bills that you have. That y'all are struggling. So that's no shame in it, but I don't want to tax you further. You know what I mean?
Right. I understand.
So if you want to do community service, I can authorize it. But you're walking around and smoking a cigarette, but you're not answering my question. What do you want to do?
I'm trying to think right now, man, because I'd rather do a payment plan.
Well, you've asked for a payment plan twice now, but on your forms, you didn't tell me that you could pay anything, and you didn't propose an amount.
I could do the 75.
Sorry?
I said I can do the 75.
$75 a month?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Can you start today?
No.
Okay, tell me your
I
date.
would be able to make it by the 26th or the 27th.
Okay, looking at a calendar, give me a moment to do that.
Yes, Your Honor.
So you've said Saturday or Sunday. We're not open on those dates. I could give you the 28th.
You said the 28th?
I can do that.
Roger, that's fine.
Okay, I need you to sign for this today. Can you come by the court?
What time do y'all close, Your Honor?
5.
Yes.
Okay, can you get here by about 4:30?
Yes, Your Honor, no problem.
Okay. All right, because I want to recall your warrants, and so I need a signature.
Roger.
All right, we'll see you then.
All right, Your Honor, thank you.
Thank you.
Your Honor, this is Brandon Jenkins.
Hi, on the phone. You've been unmuted. Tell me your name.
This is Brandon Jenkins. I heard you call my name earlier, but
yes,
I guess I was muted.
Right. Yeah, I've been trying to get you to identify since the meeting started. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
great.
I thought I had unmuted, but I guess I didn't.
That's okay. So I did receive your plea of no contest on your insurance charge. And this is from January 16th. And the fines
Yes,
and
ma'am.
costs are $281. And you've pleaded no contest. Is that your plea at this time?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And then you requested $45 a month in payments. I'm actually showing that's a challenge right now, and I could approve community service. If you want to make payments, I'm willing to do it, but I'm showing the better option in your situation is 14 hours of community service due April 16th, 19th, excuse me. What do you want to do?
I can, if I was to make, well, I can do the community service. I can do that.
Yes. Okay. Can you come by the court to sign your paperwork and pick up your community service packet?
Yes, ma'am, I can.
Okay. So I'm going to have that at the front desk for you pretty soon. When can we look for you?
I can be there today. I go
What
in at
time?
3 o'clock.
Okay.
Around 2 something.
Okay. We will see you then. And just read everything before you get started. Make sure you understand that it's a nonprofit that you need to be going to and that we need to be
Yes,
able to
ma'am.
verify your hours. Okay.
Okay. I
Okay. Thank
understand.
you. Thank you, Mr. Jenkins.
Thank you.
Glad we got it sorted out.
Oh, thank you, ma'am. I appreciate it too.
Yes, sir.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, Ms. Rice, moving, just give me one moment. Let's see. And Ms. Rice, you were moving forward. I think you had been talking to, I apologize, Mcneil, Mr. Mcneil, is that right?
Yes.
Okay, great. Back on track. Here we go. And have we been able to reach a resolution, Ms. Rice? Or are we moving?
Yes, we have. The state's going to request to dismiss Mr. McNeil's case, and I also sent over a dismissal after pretrial today.
Okay. Mr. McNeil, the state is exercising its capacity in recommending a dismissal. I'll receive that request recommendation later this morning. I will sign it. Then I will email it to the email that we used to set up your meeting today. Will that work for you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, well, that'll happen shortly, okay?
All right, thank you.
Thank you. And Ms. Rice, moving you forward, your next person is to talk to Detrio Mason.
Okay.
And Ms. Mason, are you able to get on screen?
I am not, but I would like to switch over to my phone, but I didn't want to do it without consulting you first.
Oh, well, that's kind. Is that where you have to redial in? You need to.
No, well, I did download the app on my phone, so
Okay.
it'll just
So
take me
dial-
a matter of a minute or less.
Okay. Can you dial back in now
And yes, I sure will.
on that device?
I sure will.
Okay. Okay. His. And while we're waiting for that to happen, I'm actually going to move. I'm going to come back to Ms. Mason. No, there she is. Okay. There we go. That's good. And Ms. Mason. Disconnecting. See if that can happen. Pretty quick if it's going to happen. She can hear me on one device, but she's connecting. Looks like there's a challenge Ms. Mason, it doesn't look like that device is really wanting to connect. And sometimes that's a bandwidth issue.
Oh,
And yeah, and if you add another device, it just makes it maybe even worse. Let me go ahead and use your phone, or I'm sorry, the audio device that you're connected to.
okay.
And let's use that one. I'll send them both over, but I don't know that they're both going to connect. Oh, there you go. So those should connect. Okay, so we should be back in business. All right. And then after that, we do have Miss York coming right up. And I'm going to pull files real quickly. Okay. And then I am moving forward. Let's see. Ian, Laura. Good morning, Mr. Laura. Can you unmute to talk to me?
Good morning, Your Honor.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
Good. Let me just get a moment. I need to check the file real quickly. He had it
Yes,
today.
ma'am.
And we will check because you sent in your classes?
Yes, ma'am. I finished
When?
my. What was that?
When did you send that in?
I didn't know how to. That's the question, but I did finish my first class.
Okay, so answer the question asked, and then we can drill down.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
if I say to you, did you submit those certificates? And you say yes, and I start looking at my file frantically, and then you say, I didn't really know how to do that, then the answer was no, but
Okay, no.
I just haven't submitted it. So
Yes.
you live in Temple, right?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
And we took your picture when you came into court, right?
Yes, ma'am.
You walk in the door and you hand it to a clerk is how you do that.
Yes, ma'am.
So we've been trying to
I
get
got it. I got it over. Like I got it right away when I finished my course. It wasn't like sent to me. It was like digitally sent to me.
And you're saying that you have no way to print it, no way to get it to me?
I'm not gonna lie. I did not think of that when I first got it.
I'm trying to get it. I'm trying to get it. As of yesterday, it was late. It's late today. Still late. I gave
Yes,
you a
ma'am.
60-day extension. I've been trying to get this from you since October. What's the deal? How quickly can I get that from you today?
I could probably get it printed out.
It's
And
not
everything.
probably. When are you delivering it so that I don't convict you and charge you $1,000? That's the question.
Yes, ma'am. I can get it to you today.
Okay. Goodness gracious. You've made that
Yes,
hard.
ma'am.
I'll accept it if you get it to me today. I will not accept it tomorrow.
Yes, ma'am. I finished my driver's course. Yes, ma'am.
That's not what I asked you. Listen carefully. Is this a problem in your life where you have a lot of confusion with people?
No,
Is it
ma'am.
just with so it's just with law enforcement?
No, ma'am. I guess
No, I'm
just-
having a problem with you. You're saying I'm the only person who's ever had a misunderstanding with you in your life.
No.
We can go round and round on this all day. Answer the question. I'm going to ask it one more time.
Yes, ma'am.
First question I asked you, I've asked you several times now, and I'm begging for an answer now. Have you completed your driver's safety and your tobacco class and turned them in on time?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Are both classes finished?
No, ma'am. Just one.
Okay. Which one did you finish?
The driver's course.
I will accept it today. I will not accept it tomorrow.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't care
Oh, good.
how you have to manage it. You manage it.
Yes, ma'am. I will get it printed out.
You've had 120 days to figure out how to hit print, sir. That's all I'm
Yes,
saying. My next question is, why didn't you complete your tobacco class?
it was supposed to get finished yesterday, but it didn't. It did not.
It was due
And-
2 days ago.
Yes, ma'am.
And it was due originally in December.
Yes,
After
ma'am.
giving you 60 days, it was due. I gave you a 2-month extension. It's still due. And you're telling me that you plan to do it after your deadline, even on a 120-day time frame. You waited till the last minute, right?
Yes, ma'am, I suppose. Yes, ma'am.
I'm not gonna accept that class.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you working?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, it's $286.
Yes, ma'am.
And do you need more than 30 days to pay that?
No. You said no, ma'am. I do not need more than 30 days.
Okay. And then the other, let's see, you had 3 tickets. One was speeding.
One was speeding. What was it?
Yeah. So your 2
tobacco.
driving classes, your driving class and your insurance.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
what I needed was proof of insurance coverage for the accident. I'm showing we got that. So
Yes,
that
ma'am.
one's good to go. So those 2 cases, the insurance and the license charge, those are being dismissed. The tobacco charge, I'm entering a conviction.
Yes, ma'am.
And the law is that now I'm going to order you to take a tobacco class. And if I don't receive it, I'm supposed to suspend your ability to get your license or your license for, I believe, a 30-day period. So
Yes,
I'm going to give you 30 days to get that class in,
Yes, ma'am.
but it's now due and you have to make payment.
Yes, ma'am. So the payment, could I pay that like straightforward, like right away?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. That'd be great. I do not have any other questions for you, Your Honor.
Okay. So you know you still have a tobacco class to turn in for a different purpose now.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
What was the due that you said 30 days? Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. For the
So as
tobacco.
quickly as you can get it done, get it turned in so that I don't have to suspend you further.
Yes, ma'am. Well, how, if you don't mind me asking, it's pure
I
curiosity.
don't mind you asking.
Yes, ma'am.
What?
Say my driver's license does get suspended. When could I get that?
So it would be suspended. And when the suspension ends, you have to pay a reinstatement fee to the state of Texas, not the court.
Yes, ma'am. Would you know how much that would be?
No, I don't, because it depends on your entire record, which I am not looking at. DPS will.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Probably, I don't know. It doesn't happen here. I do the suspension and then it triggers fees that they require. And so I'm
Yes,
not
ma'am.
going to tell you, I'm not going to answer for them. You have to
Yes.
get your class turned in and you will have to see.
Yes, ma'am. Would you like the my certificate today at the office?
I thought you were bringing me a certificate.
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
confused.
Copied it.
I am confused by the question.
Yes, ma'am.
You have a driver safety course that you're turning in. Said you were. So I
Yes,
don't know
ma'am.
what you're.
There's no question. You're just cutting out a little bit. That's about it.
Okay. Let's be clear. You have a driver safety course due 2 days ago.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll accept it today.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
have a tobacco class due 2 days ago. It needs to be turned in no matter what.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And then you have a payment due on your tobacco class.
Yes, ma'am. Of $230.
Now, sorry?
It was $230.
286. It's 286.
286. There. Yes, ma'am.
So, since you say you haven't been able to hear me, tell me what you're doing.
I have a driver's course due today for you. That was due 2 days ago. I have a tobacco class that's due. That was due 2 days ago, but is due in 30. And also have a payment of $280.
Your tobacco class needs to be turned in as quickly as possible.
As quickly as possible. Yes, ma'am.
But no more than 30.
Yes, ma'am.
I would say try to get it in today or tomorrow.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Further questions?
No, ma'am.
Good to go.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, Your Honor.
Yes.
You have a great day.
You too. Ms. Rice, Ms. Mason, and you were definitely able to have a conversation, I think.
Yes.
Great. Are we heading to resolution or do we need to move towards trial?
I believe reach resolution, Your Honor. State's recommending to dismiss Ms. Mason's case, and I will send you over the motion to dismiss this afternoon.
Okay. And Ms. Mason, I want to send you a copy of that once I sign it. Can I use the email that we used to set up the meeting today?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, great. You're good to go with the thanks of the court.
Thank you.
Thank you. And Ms. York, moving you to that meeting with Ms. Rice.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. That one. Let's see. Larry Rogers, do you happen to be here? Mr. Rogers is indigent, and I'm ordering community service in the amount of 15 hours. And let's just mail it to him and see if that works. You can try the email. We set up the meeting somehow. Okay, and then Stephanie White, are you here? Can we check and see when you get a chance whether anything's been turned in on this one? Carlton Mack, are you here? There you go. Good morning, Mr. Mack.
Good morning. How you doing?
I'm well, thank you for asking. Let's see. Are you in high school?
No, ma'am. I graduated.
Okay, yeah, I got an ID, but I wasn't sure if you were trying to show me that you were in high school or if it was just an ID you had to show who you were.
Yeah, that's just the only ID that I got.
No problem. No problem. I understand. I just want to clarify and make sure I didn't miss it. I did receive a guilty plea on the registration charge and also on the no driver's license charge. And those were, let's see. And then I showed that there was no income right now. That was back a little bit ago. Has that changed yet?
No, ma'am.
Okay, that's fine too. I will accept your pleas. And what I'm going to do is instead of payment, I would order community service on these two. Yes.
Well, the ticket for no registration.
Yes.
The person whose car I was driving, he gonna pay for that ticket.
Okay, here's the thing. I can't order someone else to pay it. I can order you to pay it.
All right. I'm gonna pay.
Just listen for just a minute, and then I definitely want to hear what you're going to let me know. Okay, I want to know that too.
Yes.
I can order you to pay it and give you time to do it if that's what you want to do. I can also order you to pay, do community service for it if you want to set it up that way. So, you know, if you want to set it on community service and then if that person pays it, you know, we'll readjust your hours. Or I can just, you know, you're telling me that person's paying it. So it's kind of what you want to tell me you want to do. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So tell me what you want to do.
So, how many hours of community service would I be looking at?
So for both cases together, it's only 17 hours of community service combined, not each, total. Okay. And then I would put a due date of April 19th. So that's the answer to that question.
Can I do the payment plan?
Yes, you can. Do you have income?
No, ma'am.
How would you do it?
I guess just come up with the money somehow.
I know, but see, that's not a really good plan because it's $332. So do you have a way to come up with the money? Do you have odd jobs that you do, for example?
No, but that's what I like, because he got a job and he gonna pay for the ticket.
But there are 2 tickets.
Yeah, and I can pay the other one.
Okay. So I can schedule you to just do $20 a month.
Yes, ma'am.
And when's the first payment? I'm gonna let you name the first date. Within the next month, when can you make a $20 payment?
Friday.
Okay, that's tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay. So you're gonna swing by the court today to sign for this, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
And so what time should we look for you today?
Around 11 or 12.
Okay, I'll put by noon.
Okay.
Okay, we'll see you at the front desk, okay?
All right, thank you.
Thank you. You're good to go, okay, Mr. Colton? Mr. Max, excuse me. Okay, just a real quick one before I move forward. I guess she's looking for an extension with this note. Yeah. Yeah, that's how I interpret that. I'll give her 60 days. And I wrote that on here. Thank you. And then I believe, let's see. Kimberly Martinez, are you here? I don't see you, but I'm just, there you are. Yes, I do see you.
Yes, ma'am, we're here.
Great. Can you get on screen? Did we get proof of enrollment? Well, you put, we needed proof of. Okay. Hi there. How are you this morning?
We're doing good, and you?
Good. Are you Kimberly?
No, she's Kimberly right here.
Okay, I need her on screen, and your mom, right?
I'm her guardian.
That's right. Yeah. We were looking to get proof of enrollment in order to honor the request for teen court, and we needed it by the 15th. So I still don't have it though.
It was my fault. I thought I messed up dates. I thought it was the court was on the 15th, paperwork was later.
Well, I can put, I mean, y'all can just stay online and just email it to us.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just looking for the basics.
That's you said we can do a screenshot of Skyward. Is that right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. I have that.
As long as it shows me that she's enrolled, I'll accept it.
Okay. Me das un papelito de allá y una pluma.
I'm going to mute y'all and I'm going to come back to you. Naomi Larati, can you get on screen? Hi,
Hello.
Ms. Larati. Hi.
Hello, good morning.
Morning. How are you this morning?
I'm doing good.
Good. So I've received your information and I just want to verify on the speeding. This is from November 13th, 2021. The case is in warrant, so it went to 259. It went up. And I have a no contest plea on that charge. Is that correct?
Yes. I had lost my job that I had for about 6 years and they didn't let me get unemployment. So I didn't want to come up there with nothing. So
Well,
I have a job now.
Okay, so you don't want to go the warrant over that because
No.
just so because you did that. So what you did was you didn't show up for court and you waived some options you had. So don't do that again, because if you keep going the warrant, then I just start executing that warrant and taking you to jail. So what I want you to do is, keep up with the dates now. Okay. Okay. All right. So I have a no contest plea on both charges. And I'm just confirming, are those your pleas today on those charges?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And then are you still working at East Penn Manufacturing?
Yes, I just got that job.
Great. How long ago did you get that job?
January 4th.
Congratulations. That's good news for
Thank
you.
you.
Are you receiving the child support? Does it actually come in?
Yes, but I also
Okay.
pay child support too.
Oh, what do you pay?
I pay $80 a week.
Okay. Is that taken out of your paycheck?
Yes, but she's with
And
me most of the time. It's just I don't have the paperwork done.
yeah, you need to go back to court for that. So they remove it from your paycheck and send it to the other person?
Yes, they do.
Okay. Does that person give it back to you right now? Or is
No.
No,
Mm-mm.
you're working on that.
No.
Okay. All right. And then you told me your income, $700 on your paycheck. Does that show the money's been removed?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'm just trying to get a good, and then the other person is paying child support?
Yes.
Okay. Have your bills changed since you filled out our form?
No. They're the same.
You requested a payment plan, but you didn't propose an amount. Can you tell me an amount that you feel like you could pay?
Maybe like $100 a month.
That's pretty high. Let's make it 50, and you can always pay more and get it done faster.
Okay.
Okay. When, what day of the week are you paid? Monday, Friday, what day?
Friday.
Okay. Do you want to start with a payment tomorrow, or do you need a few weeks to get going?
Tomorrow will be good.
Okay. Tomorrow's the 18th. And I need a signature today, though, to get the warrants recalled. Can you come by the court?
I had to go to work at 3. I was just gonna get a little bit of sleep because I do school too. Can I do it like email, like online, like e-sign?
Yeah, we
Okay,
can.
that'd be
No,
better for me.
No, I can't do e-sign.
Oh,
I can
okay.
send it to you if you can print it, sign it, and like you can take a photo or you can scan it back either way. Can you
Okay,
do
I'll
that?
take a photo, yeah, and scan it back. Yeah.
Okay. All right, we'll do that. We'll email it to you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, that's good. All right, Ms. Larati, we'll see you. We'll see your signature today anyway.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Martinez, I'm going to check and see if we have that in yet.
Is the court online help at templetx.gov?
Yes, where you know how we sent you the link for today's meeting?
Yeah. Okay, let me send it. Let me see. Does it matter if it's my email or it has to be from the email we got?
I don't care. I just need it. I
Okay.
can't approve Team Court without it. And I gave y'all an extension to Tuesday to get it in, and I still don't have it. I'm just trying to get it so that we don't have to reschedule you again.
No, that's fine. I'm doing it right now.
Okay, I'm gonna put y'all on hold. Officer Martin, give me a moment. I've been trying to figure out when we can schedule this hearing. And folks on screen, I'm just working with an officer in the court. Can we call legal and find out? I asked Paloma this morning before we started court to let me know when Ms. Rice was in, if at all next week. And then if not, I asked when was Ms. Rodriguez in. And I have not heard back from an email and a text so far. So I just suspect them. 5, 6, 7.
I have sent it. I don't know if you received it already.
Yeah, I don't know yet. I'll look in a moment. Hold on. Yeah. It's really not 10 days because the 10th day is. Yeah, no, I know, but I mean, like, it's because he's getting it now and not say tomorrow. I don't have that Monday, nor do I have Sunday, Saturday. Got Amanda out part of the week. I've got Nana out. But I don't have anything. Is it through the 25th? Nana's out, I believe, the 24th and 25th. And Nana's supposed to be out as well for part of the week. They have tickets somewhere. So. That's the 11th day. That's the 11th day. The 28th is the 11th day. It's not available. It's not available anymore. When is Nana? Yes, but I've got budget meeting the 24th and 25th, so I'll have to find time to do it there. I too have a schedule. By either party? I don't know. My question is, who's available when over there to do a dog hearing? Who's available? What days? Okay. Right. That Wednesday afternoon, right? I think we better just do it then. I'm sorry for her, but. Okay. Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the information you're providing is true, correct, and accurate, so help you God? When did y'all seize this animal? Really? Yeah. How did you find this out?
major part of the case is being worked by CID.
I see.
And they called me for that part. And this dog was in the house as well and could not remain.
No. Bring pictures of the animals when you come in.
Okay, I will.
How they're doing, you know, like the day before or the day of the hearing.
Okay.
Getting a status check would be helpful. Before and after is good too, if it helps you. But what time is that other hearing? 3? So we're just gonna schedule this one for 3:30 because I just want everyone to 3. I'm gonna schedule it for 3 as well. In case the other one, you know, they don't show up or one of them doesn't show up. But we're not sitting waiting after that. If it's before hours, just text me. And I'll get with you as quickly as I can.
Yeah, all this was done at 5:30.
I get it. But see, I can't coordinate with legal or anyone else until
Yes, ma'am.
regular hours. And so it would just be better if you don't call before hours. Text me. It's going to be the first thing I look at. Wow. Thought I'd seen it all.
Yeah.
I actually started court saying there's very little that I haven't seen. I would say brand new. How's the animal doing now?
This one's doing fine.
Okay. Is there another animal involved?
Hers remains the same.
3 copies. Just 1 moment. Let me have you step down to get copies. Can you help him with the copies? Okay, thank you. I know that printer is awfully loud. Ms. Rice, Ms. York, are we moving to resolution or are we moving to trial?
I think we may be working towards a resolution, but Miss York would like to view her discovery first.
Okay, that's fine. We have that scheduled for March 23rd at 3. And so we will see you then, Ms. York, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
No problem at all. We'll see you here in the court building, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Do you have any questions, Ms. York?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Then we'll see you then, and I'll let you go at this time. And Ms. Rice, I'm going to move you forward. Your next person is Stephen Conaway. And Mr. Conaway, are you still with us?
Yes, ma'am.
Great. Okay. I'm going to move you over to that meeting, and then you'll come back here at the conclusion.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Okay. I'm not forgetting about anyone. I'm just getting, oh, Miss York, you're good to go. I'll go ahead and release you. It's okay. I just want to, I always let people do that just to make sure they didn't have any questions. Are you good? You got muted again.
I'm sorry. I was just trying to find the button on the.
I'll do it. Okay. And let's see if we received Martinez's after you take a breath. Yeah, not yet. Okay, Miss Martinez, we still don't have that yet.
I already a Suarez Rosa.
Yeah, we don't have anything on that email line yet. So we're just waiting.
I already sent. I can go to the court.
I understand that you've already sent it. That doesn't mean it pops up instantly. We're going to have to give it a few minutes, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Yes, Officer Martin. Copy, I don't have your file. I just have what I have, and I send that to Ms. Rodriguez. But I think you're going to want to email her everything like you would Amanda as soon as possible, because it's a new thing for her to do these. She's very good in court, but it's been a while. The law has changed since she was practicing in the court. So you might want to give her everything you can. The CID stuff, I think she does have access to, because she's the police advisor. So that may be easy. That one might be oddly easier for her. Okay, we'll see you next week for sure. If not sooner, the way things have been going. Do you need that? No. As soon as I know that we can't check it every second, but as soon as we get Martinez and we're looking for that proof of enrollment.
Oh,
She emailed. Sometimes you can do the send receive and it helps, but that system will, the outside email takes longer. Yeah, it really does. Sorry? I don't think they have that one. They said they sent it to court on my house. Just 1 second, I'll have an answer. Yes. Or should I put their first names and put a comma between? Sorry, what are we talking about? I'm sorry, I'm trying to add in. Okay. And so there's 4 people. So there are 4 people listed. I'll have this in last name. Should I would put, you're gonna, are we only able to use one? We've had them before where there was more than one. What did we do? I'm not sure. So I would say, since they all have the same name, last name, I would put in Ray Gregory et al. ET space AL. And then at trial, we'll see who it really needs to be named. The Gregory L, last name ET space AL, meaning included group. Okay. All right, Ms. Rice, you were working with Mr. Conaway, and he is a student, by the way. I did look, so just want to see where are we with this case.
I'm Your Honor, state's requesting to do a deferral with full fine and cost. Mr. Conaway mentioned that he may have trouble making payment, and he has filled out a financial affidavit
Yes, he did. I have determined that he is indigent, and so I will work with him on that portion of the deferral. But 120 days, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm sorry, I should have mentioned that.
Okay, I believe it's a first offense, is that right?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, second offenses carry requirements for community service. That's why I asked. Ms. Rice, I'm gonna advance you forward. And Mr. Conaway, just stay right there. I'll be right with you. Troy Gonzalez, you are next. Are you ready, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Great. I'm going to send you to that meeting room with Ms. Rice, and at the conclusion of that discussion, you'll come back into this room.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. And Mr. Conaway, I have already determined that you are indigent, and therefore, let's see, let me try that again. And therefore, I would order community service in lieu of payment because the balance would be $859 otherwise. In a community service context, instead of payment, it would be 43 hours of community service. And you can do that in any nonprofit organization. I have a starter list. I want to give you that list and get your signature on your deferred. The easiest way to do that, because it's a thicker stack than usual, is to have you come in and sign both of those documents at the window and provide you copies there. Can we do that this morning?
We sure can.
Okay, so what time should we look for you?
How early can I get up there for you guys to have it ready?
Probably half an hour or so.
Sure, that works for me.
Okay, we will see you this morning. We should have your documents in, I would say 30 minutes or so at the front desk. Yeah, she's nodding at me, so that tells me she's helping me. So that tells me, yes, just head this way leisurely. We'll see you then.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Mr. Conaway.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Can we check on Martinez again? Because it should be here by now. Okay, Ms. Martinez, let's get you back on screen. You need to double check where you sent it. Can you read it out to me?
I'm sorry.
Yes, you need to tell me where you sent this because we've checked it and checked it and checked it. It should be here by now.
It's core online help at templetx.gov.
And you're sure that it went?
It's just on my instant sent. Let me send it from see. I got a line.
Because I'm looking at that email and it's not in.
This online help.
It's something that you could have brought up here before today. I guess I can reschedule one more time if y'all still want to try to do team court. The goal.
I can as soon as we get out. I mean, we get off.
Okay, we can reschedule the Zoom meeting. My next available is going to be really March 3rd. And what you would do is come up here to sign. She needs to sign for that and you do too. And bring that proof of enrollment then and turn it into the clerks. They called y'all the other day and said to get it here by the 15th, but I can't approve teen court without proof of that enrollment. Are you wanting, Ms. Martinez, Kimberly, are you wanting teen court?
So the teen court ever, can you explain to me again one more time the teen court, how it processes, how it goes?
Yes. First, you need to pre-qualify, which means I need proof that you're enrolled in actively enrolled in school.
Okay.
And I need that before I can approve it. Then what I would approve, and we talked about it last time, was a $20 fee that would need to be paid. And then in her case, I was assessing a life skills class. I have a Spanish speaking program, and she would have 30 days to complete that from the day that we start. We give all that information to you once we know you're going to be in it and you've signed up to be in it.
Okay.
So I'll reschedule the case for March 3rd. And I need a signature on that today. So you'll need to bring her and yourself up to sign with her. on the reset and bring proof of enrollment today when you sign up.
Okay, I will do that.
And then I'll see you again online, March 3rd.
Can she get an exempt for school if you don't mind?
When you come here, you can ask the clerk and they can issue that. We don't mind at all.
Okay, I will do, and I'm sorry.
Any other questions?
No, ma'am, that's all.
Okay, just bring proof of enrollment when y'all come in to sign today.
Sounds good. I'll go right now and take care of that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, Ms. Rice, I believe you were talking with Troy Gonzalez, is that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and have we reached resolution or are we heading to trial?
We've reached resolution.
Okay,
State's recommending to reduce Mr. Gonzalez's fine in half to $75 and in addition to court costs. And he indicated he could make payment today.
sorry, he could make payment today?
Yes.
And this is a straight hit, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. I can do that reduction here. Mr. Gonzalez, if you'll just stay on hold for a moment. I just want to talk to you a little bit about how the best way to go about this.
Yes,
And
Your Honor.
Ms. Rice, I'm moving Mr. Boykins, Ellery Boykins, to your room. Hi, Mr. Boykins. You look ready to go. I'm going to send you to that meeting room with Ms. Rice. After you're done, you'll come back into this room, okay? Okay, and you'll want to unmute when you get to that meeting room because I can't hear you, but all you have to do is hit the unmute button. And I sent you just a little ping to help you know where that was on your screen.
Okay.
Great, perfect. I can hear you now. Thank you. Okay, that should have gone. It looks like it. Okay, and Mr. Gonzalez, give me just a quick moment to make sure that the reduction is done. And then you can come by and you can come by to pay. You can call, and I think they can walk you through it if you want to pay on the phone. Or you can go to the Municipal Courts tab and pay online. Ms. Sargent, you appear to be driving. You're going to have to pull over and safely log back in. I'm removing you, but just call back in when you're safely pulled over. Okay, Mr. Gonzalez, hold on just a moment. Is that the third person or the second person today? Okay. Let me know when we have that reduction completely cleared. And then, Mr. Gonzalez, what I've learned is that if I let you go before I do it, you'll go pay and it will be the higher amount. And then you'll be very upset with the court. So just hold on a moment. Let me get you cleared to do that, okay? Okay, perfect. I saw your mouth move anyway.
Realize it's needed.
Is it in? Almost. Okay. Okay, Mr. Gonzalez, we have that entered in the system now. You can go to the Municipal Courts tab on the city website for Temple Municipal Court, or you can call the clerk, or you can come by. All our ways, methods to pay today, okay?
Yes, Your Honor. Say, for whatever reason, I can't make it today. Would anything be against me for me to do it?
So I thought there was an agreement in place and the agreement was today. Is that not the agreement that you have?
So you said that I need to go to the municipal court or
So you would go, do you have internet access? Because clearly you're on the internet right now, right?
yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and then so when you hang up, you can type in Temple, Texas Municipal Court. And there'll be a way to do that online, or you can dial 254-298-5687. And someone can walk you through that.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah, it needs to be today. Sorry? No, I don't. Yes. Miss Sargent, can you unmute?
Yes, ma'am.
Can I see your hands, please?
I'm sorry.
Can you hold up your hands? Okay. We don't drive on the call.
Well, my phone is about to die, so I was trying to go to my house and get my charger, which is across the street.
Yeah, it's still illegal to do that. So when someone's breaking the law on screen, I disconnect the call.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't really do that in good conscience.
Nope, that's fine.
You know, the worst scenario is we watch an accident, and I don't want to do that. So, but you didn't lose your place in line. I don't do that to people. So your turn will come soon.
Okay.
Okay. She lost her connection. Ms. Rice, you were talking with Mr. Boykins?
Yes, yes, I was.
Okay, and he's not back in the meeting.
There he goes.
Here he comes. Okay, great. So have we reached a conclusion of the trial?
We've reached a resolution, Your Honor. State's recommending to do a deferral with Mr. Boykins. He indicated that he may need a payment plan, but he says there's a financial affidavit on file with you.
He does. He does. I can set up payments within that deferral. I'll work with him on that.
Great.
Mr. Boykins, just stay right there. I'll be right back with you. Ms. Rice, I'm going to move you forward with Mr. Hernandez. Okay, and so Mr. Boykins, let's see, on this one, I don't have a problem with the deferred at all. I do want to just talk to you a little bit because financially, I can't order community service in your case, but I can break this into 3 payments. If I do that, it would be like 161, 161, and then 159 or 161, 160, and 160. And I can then give you some time. I'm going to ask you to unmute. And I don't know, let me look again. You're paid every week at Texas Hydraulics, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what day of the week do they pay you?
Friday.
Okay. Did you want to start this week? A couple of weeks to get kind of this time?
Yeah, I'm gonna need to start it like next Friday.
That's fine. Next Friday or the Friday after. We could start on the 4th if that would work better.
Yeah, that'll work. That'll work real better. Thank you.
It's not to set you up to fail. I don't want to do that. That would be 161. And then 2, 3 pay periods later would be the 25th of March. Is it possible to do the second payment then?
I can't hardly hear you.
Okay, let me try again.
Oh,
Okay, so 3 weeks later would be the 25th of March. Is it possible to do the second payment then?
yes, ma'am.
Okay. And then 3 weeks after that, 3 pay periods after that, 1, 2, 3, would be the 15th of April. Can we do that?
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'm sorry, I've got that wrong. Hold on just a moment. Let me see. April 1st is our first, I'm sorry. March 1st. I'm so sorry. March 4th is our first payment.
Yes, ma'am.
And then March 25th. I said that and then I wrote it down wrong. I apologize, but I'm creating my own confusion there. And then the last payment would then be April 15th.
Yes, ma'am.
Will that work for you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and then the deferred will wrap up June 21st. During that deferral, no tickets, no warrants. If you have trouble meeting a payment arrangement, you need to let us know so we can work with you on it, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Can we get your signature on this morning?
Yes, ma'am. I could be up there as soon as y'all can have it ready. I'll be up there.
Give us 20 minutes, 30 minutes.
Okay.
Okay. We'll see you here in about half an hour, okay?
All right.
Thank you, Mr. Boykins.
Thank you.
You're good to go.
All right. Thank you.
I will. There you go. He got it. Miss Reed is just emotional. Miss Reed, yeah. Oh no. Right. Yeah, and I had a question there. Is he in a payment plan? in school. He's 23 years old. Well, he keeps getting new ones. So but he has I'll look at his phone. Don't even tell him. Okay. This is just a motion. Oh, subpoenas. I thought you were asking who does the case go under? Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Yes, yes, I see now. Okay. Yeah, since we don't know who, if it's one person or two. Yeah. And since there's a higher court that will be looking at some other aspects to those facts. We want them to know that there's more to the story than the silver moon. Oh. Well, he's out when?
He's out of the office today.
Is he back tomorrow?
Yes.
If you can't get them served tomorrow, I mean, I personally think those can be served by mail.
You want me to, they have to be certified, yeah. And so.
So here's what I would like. Have him serve, but if he's out there trying to find people and he doesn't find them because they may get arrested in the meantime, send regular mail, not certified as well.
Oh, it has to be.
I understand that, but we're proceeding on Wednesday. So what I'm telling you is, I know it has to be, except that if he can't, in using his due diligence, get those warrants served, and we know that a letter went out that went to those addresses, we're good to move forward on that hearing. So once again, I'm going to ask you to, yes, have him serve them, but drop a regular first class envelope to each of those persons at the address. Not certified.
And just know then if he's not able to serve them tomorrow.
When does the mail go out? So I would say stick them in envelopes and put them in the mail. And if he tells you that they're served by 3, then pull them. It won't hurt for those to go on out. Cool. Yes, Ms. Rice.
So for Mr. Hernandez's case, if we could just set Mr. Hernandez or keep Mr. Hernandez set on his current final pretrial docket, I just need to gather more information and he needs time to send me information. And then I think we may be able to reach a resolution.
Okay. All right. We'll just plan to meet up in the courtroom.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. And I'm going to move you forward. Mr. Hernandez, I'll be right with you. I'm going to move you forward with the screen is going to say Alazar, but it's actually Alondra Salazar. And Ms. Salazar, can you get on screen?
Yes,
Great.
hello.
Great. Let me send you to that meeting room with Ms. Rice.
All right, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Mr. Hernandez?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Thank you. I think you came over about the time that she was kind of wrapping up. What she indicated to me was that she felt like there might be a resolution heading in that direction, but there was information you were getting for her. And the best course of action I've determined at this point is March 23rd at 3. Let's all meet here at the courtroom. Okay. You're scheduled for that docket anyway, and we're just going to keep that on. Okay.
Okay. March 23rd.
At 3.
At 3?
Yes.
In the afternoon?
Yes.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
I mean, yes, Your Honor.
Okay. We'll see you then.
Okay. Thank you. Be blessed.
You too. Thanks. Yeah, a lot of times people just don't read. And then it's confusing for them because, well, they didn't read.
Mr. Jamar Reed is now requesting community service after you attempted to give him community service.
Yeah, I thought that payment looked like it would be too high. He can have the 98 hours. He still needs to come in. Yeah, I mean, he needs to come in and pick up his paperwork.
Okay, I'll let him know. Thank you. Okay,
Sure. Okay. Okay, Ms. Rice, did you and Ms. Salazar have a chance to excuse me, have we reached a conclusion or are we heading to trial?
We've reached resolution, Your Honor.
Sorry, you broke up.
Yes, we've reached resolution. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, great. State's requesting to do reduction of fine to $20 plus court costs. And Ms. Salazar says she has filled out a financial affidavit.
Which case are we talking about? The insurance case?
We only talked about the insurance case. So we did not discuss the speeding case. I think she may want to speak to you about that, but.
I think, let me check in, but real quickly, the reduction again?
A $20 fine plus court cost. And that would be a conviction.
Okay, and thank you. Let me move you forward with Ms. Sargent and Ms. Salazar. Just stay on the line. I want to just visit with you a little bit. I have a few questions.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. So Ms. Salazar, first question. Let me get that fine total brought down. And while we're letting the clerk have a moment to get that done, I don't mind approving that. There's a speeding charge and it's not really due until March 1st. You can still have to that date. If you want to work on that with me now, you can maybe save yourself some court time.
Yes, ma'am. I was actually going to ask if I could.
Okay. So there's a speeding charge from February 8th and it has fines and costs of $284. To that charge, how are you pleading?
I was speeding, so guilty.
Okay. Have you taken a driver safety course in the last year for purposes of getting a ticket dismissed?
No, ma'am.
Okay. If you wanted to do that, you would pay the court cost, which I believe are $144. Let me double check that. Oh, she's 34 of the posted speed limit. Sorry, I'm not looking at the case. Sorry, it's not eligible for that because you're doing 94 and a 60. So it's more than 25 miles over the posted speed limit by quite a bit. So it's not eligible for driving.
Okay, no, that's fine.
I wasn't looking at the file. I was jumping the gun. Every time I do that, it seems like it's a problem. So what I was going to say to you is just back to the insurance case for a moment.
Yes,
I believe the total then is going to be 101. Is that right?
I believe that's what she said.
Yes, 101. When can you pay that? Do you need more than 30 days? Let me put it that way, because that'll keep it from going up.
Let me check a calendar really fast.
Sure.
I believe I could pay it within 30 days.
Okay. So I just need a signature on paying within 30 days. And in connection with that, on the other charge, you've pleaded guilty. I can schedule that one onto like payments, like $25 a month.
I can do 25 a month.
I can start that after you pay the first one. Okay.
Okay. Yes,
The finances were a little unclear to me, but it looked to me like you needed some breathing room for sure.
Yes. I'm a college student.
Right.
Whose schedule really interrupts work.
Yeah.
And I'm also a waitress for work. So money just kind of depends on how well people tip me.
Okay, so if we give you 30 days to pay on the first one, that means it needs to be paid no later than the 17th of, that's St. Patrick's Day of March. And I need your signature on that one today. And then the other one, I can start like April 1st and do $25 a month.
And then how much for that second one, if you don't mind?
And that one's $284.
And then how long would I have to pay that one on?
It would be $25 a month until it was done.
Okay. Yes, ma'am, I can do that.
Okay, I need you to come up and sign for these. Can we look for you this morning or this afternoon? I could also email them to you if you can print them, sign them, and email them back.
I think email would be better because I'm actually missing a class right now, and then I have another class coming up, and then I have to go to work.
Okay, can I get it back from you by 5?
Am I able to scan it into you?
Well, you can scan it and email it. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. I can get back to you by then.
If you print it, sign it, there'll be two documents, and then email them back to us before close of business.
Okay, yes, ma'am. I can do that.
Perfect. Okay.
All right. And then one other quick question. Sorry. I got an email concerning the other citation saying that I needed to fill out those two papers again before March.
That's just an automatic thing that happens.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure I didn't get in trouble for not.
Yeah. What we're doing today just gets it into a resolution process. And any court dates are canceled, but now you've got payment dates.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Any
Thank
further
you. Have a
questions?
great day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. We're still working on that last little bit. Stephanie White, I had something show up in my email box.
She's the one that you know.
Ah, there we go. Sorry, what did I do?
You went ahead and granted her more time.
Okay. Who should I send that to?
I even sent it to me.
Okay. I had an odd thing happen with LT, and it wasn't in my inbox until I closed the whole system down and rebooted it. And then it went on. No. I'm going to run and get paperwork. I'll be right back. Situation's getting ridiculous. I have returned, sorry, I went to get papers. Okay, I see that it's probably Miss Sargent trying to get back on, so.
Yeah, I think she got disconnected.
Okay, so Miss Sargent, I'm gonna wait for her to connect audio. There we go. Miss Sargent, great. Can you hear us? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Great. You've been a very patient person trying to stay in there today. I appreciate how hard you've tried to stay in court today. So I really do. I'm glad to see that. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Ms. Rice, where are we on this particular matter?
We've reached a resolution, Your Honor.
Okay.
State's requesting to do a deferral for Sergeant. Be a 120-day deferral. It's an insurance charge, so she'll have to keep her insurance valid throughout the terms. She already submitted an insurance card to the court, which is on the file. I think that she's recently lost her job, so her financial affidavit is not correct, so she'll have to go through that with you.
Okay, I can work on that.
All right.
So just so that you know, and you may have seen the tail end of it, I had to talk with Officer Martin. And another animal case, unfortunately, had to get set for the exact same time next week.
Okay.
And you might work with Miss Rodriguez on that. I told James to do so as well. All I have is the affidavit.
Okay.
Apparently, it was like late last night situation that arose out of a criminal investigation on something else that revealed the situation. And so it was like completely unanticipated. But in case one or either party doesn't show up next week, I put them both at the same time, and then we'll just do the work until we're done. So.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll get with James. I wasn't aware of it, but if it happened last night, that he didn't have an opportunity.
He got called in at 5 o'clock this morning.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. Well,
I've been talking with him since 7. I've been talking with him since 7, and I just did not hear back from Ms. Duran, and so we finally called and talked to Trusty about scheduling. And the 10th day would be Sunday, so it really had to be next week.
No, understood. Okay. All right. Well, letting me know I need to run out, but thank you. Thank you so much. All right. All right. Thank you.
All right, Ms. Sargent, I have some ideas, and I'm so sorry to hear about your circumstances changing the way that they did. What I can do is just shift the whole thing to community service. If I do that, we have, a pretty good window open for getting that done. It's a bit more flexible. And so, yeah, go ahead.
I do have an issue with that because I have a 7-year-old and I don't have anyone that can watch him.
Okay. Where does he go in the day? Does he not go to school?
Well, he goes to school during the daytime. Yes, ma'am.
So you can do the community service since you aren't going to a job. You can do community service during the day, and you'll have a 60-day window to get 14 hours.
Okay, I can do the best that I can.
Yeah.
Because I am actively looking for work.
Yeah, I mean, I've had people, it's 14 hours and a normal work week is 40. So really, and you've got 8 weeks to do it. So
okay,
I'm going to go ahead and order community service as part of the deferred. And it'll be a condition of the deferred. And that'll be due on the 19th of April. And it's 120-day deferred. Let me check your file for that insurance, because I know she said you have it. I just want to make sure it's everything we need, in which case we won't have to put it in the order. Let me just double check it. The insurance, Tammy Sargent. Yeah, I understand that. What we're wanting to check on is to look at it and see if it covers the deferral period. Okay, so we already have it in. Okay, just keep it up to date, keep it valid, but we don't need a new document from you, okay? And the deferred ends June 21st. The community service is due April 19th. No more tickets, citations, or arrests during that time. Keep your address current. And then your case would be dismissed. I need to get your signature on the deferred order today. Can you come to the court? Can you come to the court?
I can. It's going to be close to between 4 and 4:15 before I can get down there.
That'll be fine. If we had everyone turn up at the same time, we'd be flooded, you know, that's fine. So you're the only 4:15 person that asked for that time today. So you shouldn't have for a crowded space. Okay, we'll have it at the window. Just when you get here, just let them know who you are. They'll pull your paperwork, read it carefully, sign it. They'll get you a copy. They'll also give you the timesheet to use to keep track of your hours, a list of places, and a list of instructions. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
You can take a few minutes, and then if there are basic questions the clerk can answer, if there's anything they can't answer, they can get a note to me to get you an answer. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.